So what do you think would be the equivalent?
Hold on, bro.
Oh, go ahead.
So yeah, again, I was trying to stop y'all while y'all were here. Y'all were having two different conversations. Kene was speaking more to keeping your children in line in adulthood, how families are able to wield their resources to keep them in line. For example, you might be able to get them to marry who you want them to marry. You might get them to do what you want them to do by taking away their fucking, what is that shit called? Inheritance or something like that. Versus, I think most people can keep their kids virtually in line as children, regardless of whether you got resources or not.
But Sweeney, you can't be doing that, bro. If these people can't articulate what they point is,
well, he tried to say that. He tried to say in adulthood. He was trying to say go beyond teenage years, but y'all kept saying you can keep your kid in line. He kept saying adults.
Don't call them kids.
They your kids, are they not?
But who's at that point? Who's out here trying to keep their adult kids in line?
An adult.
Rich people do.
It's an adult at that
Rich
point.
People do. They do it all the time.
But at that point, you're
hey, William, man, I gotta say what you just said right now. Say that you don't know rich people, brother. Rich people do.
Really? You know
Jerry Jones. Okay, let me give you an example. Jerry Jones still keep his 60-something-year-old children in line.
Okay, so again,
no, I'm just telling you because you don't know. You got to be in the life of these people to see how they are shrewd. These men are shrewd, man.
Why would we be having a conversation about what rich people are doing with their adult children? Why would we?
That's what I'm saying. I brought it up. That's why Sweeney is telling you that you guys are not listening to what I'm saying.
The question is, why would you bring up what rich people do with
because it's part of the conversation.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it was. I can't remember exactly where y'all, because y'all went
talking about adult rich people.
No, we was talking about something else, and he naturally led it to that spot. But yeah,
let me hold on. Let me ask you this, Will. Let's say I'm your daddy, and I'm rich, and you said,
we were talking about accountability. That's what we was talking about.
You getting ready to graduate high school.
Okay.
And did you just say, Will? Let's say I'm your daddy.
Okay, I'm sorry, your father. Pause. I'm your father.
Come on, man.
You're 17 years old. You're getting ready to graduate high school. 3 of your brothers have already went into college. The oldest one is grown. Every one of them got a house, a car, and $200,000 in the savings account on as a graduation gift. Do you think that Kenny might be saying that they're leveraging that inheritance or resource as a way to keep you in line?
Well, I don't know what he was saying. I tell people you need to learn how to say what it is that you're saying.
yeah, maybe
we're having a better conversation, bro. Come on, man.
I can't just listen. If
you're right, you got to articulate.
If I would have knew that's what he was talking about, why would I ever mention a belt?
Well, if you wasn't cutting them off,
no, because you weren't listening when I'm talking, man. You weren't listening. You were cutting me off. That's why you couldn't listen to what I'm saying.
He say kids. Now you're gonna think of adolescence.
But once somebody gives context, y'all wasn't listening for the context. You was still trying to argue about the kid part. It kept saying, "I got a belt," when he was trying to say, "Hey, look, I'm talking about
this." Then do this, Sweeney. Go ahead, Akine. Go ahead and restate your case, bro. Let me listen to you and see if you articulate it right this time.
Sweeney, it's been articulated, but paying attention, no matter how somebody articulates something, if you're not paying attention, you're not going to have understanding, no matter what it is. But what I'm trying to say is this, right? Okay, because if the word kids is confusing, let me just say your offspring. Is that better?
Just articulate your point.
Okay, offspring will go. No, because sometimes no, you don't push somebody to a certain level without them having a comeback. Okay, but let me say this real quick, right? Like I said, if you understand that, like you guys were saying something about that. Okay, if you can raise if you poor and the child can't listen to you, got to beat him. That's why kids from poor families are messed up in the brain, are mostly criminals. They do a lot of things in the street because of what? The physical violence that comes from their parents. Because in the poor family, they think that being physical
Now he talking about something totally different now.
That's what I was saying.
You being the
That
oracle.
in poor family, guess what? They don't have the financial resource to discipline their children.
So he's
the
saying
way the rich family do.
Okay. All right.
In the rich family, they have the financial, like let's say right now, like Darwin was trying to tell you earlier. Okay, in Nigeria we have they do a lot of what do they call it? Marriage arrangement. In most rich family, marriage arrangement is very rampant. All this, I gotta fall in love, I gotta love him, I gotta do this, I have to have connection, is in poor and low income family that do that shit. In most rich family, most marriages are arranged marriage, which means me as a wealthy guy have a friend that is wealthy. And then we will say to each other, oh, your son is going to marry my daughter, or my son is going to marry your daughter. And then we'll go from there. When we meet my daughter, and then she ends up finding somebody in college that she wants to marry, and the guy is not, or the guy's parents is not at the same pair with us, right? I, as a father, will use my financial muscles to muscle my son or my daughter out of that marriage and let them know that if you marry this person, you're going to lose out. And 9 out of 10, they will leave that girl and marry you want them to marry.
Because y'all prioritize money over y'all children's well-being.
It's done the same thing in the white community too.
I don't care.
The rich white people do it. The rich black people do it in this country. It's not just an African thing. It's something that happens in a wealthy family.
Listen, all you're saying is you're prioritizing money. You're gonna do what I say.
It's not me, brother. I'm telling you what happens in these places. It's not me.
I don't know this though. You act like you teaching me something.
Okay, why are you arguing with it if you know about it?
Let me ask y'all both something.
You're the one brought this up, not me.
What do y'all think is more effective, the belt or the resources?
Depends on the kid. Everything.
But what trans doesn't one transcends past?
No, because
because when the world disciplines you or they take something away from you, they take in either your freedom away or your money.
Right, but when the world takes your freedom away, it's emotionless. It's cold. It's just you do X, you get Y. There's no compromise. There's no working out. It's just a hardcore punishment. Cold, wet, sail, dark, lonely. Family don't do that to each other because there's a level of compassion there. There's a level of love. There's a level of forgiveness. There's a level of retribution. You don't. If you do something wrong with your family and you say you're sorry, they may restore you. You do something wrong in society, even if you pay your debt, you don't get restored. You're a felon. You got to pay. You got to walk around with that stain on you forever. So it ain't the same thing. If I got a kid, that's why parents don't discipline. When parents discipline all their kids the same way, it's ineffective parenting.